Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery, and we are rocking and rolling today. I hope you're all doing well out there. Oh, it's been a busy day here at Allegory Gallery. A great start to the week. This is Monday, right? Yes, a great start to the week. And we have a lot of things going into the works, lots of stuff happening around here. So today, I know I originally told you that we would do Laura Lunsford's trunk show if you've been watching the other lives, and I forgot about that. So I was so excited by these new gemstones that we had that I took pictures, a quick picture, and threw it up here, not remembering that I was going to do Laura Lunsford trunk show. So I actually hadn't been able to talk to Laura over the weekend. So I talked with her. We were doing the Laura Lunsford trunk show on Wednesday for sure. I have that scheduled, so you can see that and kind of mark that and get ready for that on Wednesday. It's going to be an amazing trunk show. I love her work. We all do, and it sells out very quickly. So if you definitely want to see any of that, make sure that you set some time aside or try and tune in as quickly as possible during the live or after the live. For that on Wednesday around 5. Today, though, we have Gemstone Strands, and we have new Gemstone Strands. I got super excited when I saw these. Like I said, I totally forgot what I was going to do and said we have to show you these. So we have these, and if you missed the announcement on our Facebook page, maybe you're watching this in the group or on YouTube, in our Allegory Gallery Design Challenge group, I mean, but we're going to give you a little sale today. So you will get 15%, that's 15% off the prices that I quote you in this video if you order these items within the first 24 hours of this video. So from 5 p.m. today until whenever we end this video, that time tomorrow, you will be able to get 15% off all the prices quoted in this video. If you're watching this video after that 24-hour period, I'm sorry you missed the sale, but you can still get all of these gemstones at what I think are still really great prices. So we're going to get into that in a little bit. I'm going to say hi to a few people. Hello, Julie. Hello, Suzanne. Hello, Teresa joining in. If you are out there, please say hi. Let us know if you're on YouTube or if you're on Facebook and where you're watching. And please share this video. I'm going to ask you to share right up front here. Hit that share button. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. We need subscribers on YouTube. It would be amazing if you would. So please do that if you can with it for us. We're looking to try to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're inching our way up there. So all of your shares and all of your subscriptions really, really help. And we appreciate that. And of course, if you're on Facebook, please hit that share button. Share with your friends. Let them know that Allegory Gallery exists and what we do and that you get quality things. I hope you enjoy what you get from us. Let them know that we're a trusted supplier. Let's see. Suzanne says Monday and less than 2 weeks to Halloween. I know a lot of you out there are excited about Halloween. Halloween, I've always said, is not one of my, it's not up there in my favorite holidays. I've never been one of those people that gets crazy about dressing up and doing things. But as I'm getting older, I'm enjoying it more and more. So I'm getting more in the spirit this year. And I'm excited for it. We have a porch party with the people who used to own our house before us. They used to always do a porch party every year. So we always invite them back to do a porch party with us. So we'll be doing that, I think, this year. And then right after Halloween, we're moving into Andrew and I's wedding. So we'll be getting married on around November 5th. We hope it's the 5th. And then right after that is the Great Beat Extravaganza. So we are crazy busy in preparation for all of these things. The good thing is we have somebody helping us getting through our packing and shipping. So we are working tirelessly to try to get all those packages out. I know some are very much delayed. We've been through this in all the videos. I'm not going to go through it again, but just know we have found help. Hopefully they will be with us for a little while to help us get through all of this. I don't know if they'll be sticking around after that, but they're definitely willing to pitch in to help us get through this little bump. So we are doing that. And I'm going to be talking with a few other people to help us out with a few things too. So that's awesome. I feel much, you can tell, I think I'm a little bit more energized today. Some of that weight is coming off with some of those things. So that's always a positive thing. And of course, it was Apple release day. Apple released, if you didn't see it yet today, Apple released new MacBooks, 14-inch MacBook Pro, 16-inch MacBook Pro. I am jealous of these new computers. So if anyone has about, you know, $3,100 to $3,700 and wants to get me a wedding gift, I can tell you what to get me. They're beautiful computers. I just got mine last year, so I won't be updating, I don't think, anytime soon, unless I sell this one off and decide to update. But definitely probably not for the $3,100 models. I'll be more at like the base price for those. But beautiful new computers, amazing capabilities. So if you're in the, in the market for a brand new Apple computer and looking for a powerful one, if you're doing video editing like we do for our videos here and some of our tutorials and things, or if you're a music editor, musician that does a lot of that kind of work, they have some really nice computers now. So check those out if you didn't see that announcement today. I'm going to go home and watch the announcement later because I was training today and I just caught glimpses here and there of things while we were having lunch. So I definitely want to watch the whole announcement. Hello, Susan. Thank you for joining in. Mary Ann voted today. Nice. Diane is listening while driving. Hello, Diane just stopped in a little bit earlier and we chatted a little bit. Kathy, thank you for the good vibes and hello, you're on YouTube and you have subscribed. Thank you so much. We have a Facebook user saying hello. I figured out what this is. The reason we don't actually see names, where am I? See names here, is because you may be watching through a group. So if you are watching from the Design Challenge group, in that video kind of preview, in that announcement saying that we would be going live, there's a link to click on at the very bottom of that announcement if you're in a group that lets your name come through. So I'm not sure who you are out there, but if you click on that link, you should see your name then. Hello, Cindy. Thank you so much for joining us today. So lots of great things going on today. Lots of exciting news. I always get excited on an Apple release day. Many of you may know, if you watch these often, I used to work for Apple in New York City. And I always tell people, I don't love Apple because I work there. I worked there because I already loved Apple. And they're an amazing company. They were, at least when I worked there, it was an amazing company. One of the first companies that I knew of that gave part-timers mostly full benefits. Just from an employee standpoint, I really, I think they treat their people very well. And that may not be everyone's case. That may not be everyone's experience. But for me, and from what I saw, working in a place that had 800 or 900 some employees, I think we had, it was a 24-hour store, and it was a very large store. And it was actually considered its own district because it was so big. So with that many people, most people were pretty happy. Most people had a good time working there. So I'm always excited when they debut new things, no matter what they are. And I'm very excited for their new computers, if you can't tell. So what else? What else? I think that's all the catching up I have to do today. Kathy says, I would love to have one of those. I just bought a Chromebook. I haven't learned it all as yet, but it has been disappointing, but it was cheap. Chromebooks are great if you need to do the very basic kind of things. If you're just doing writing letters and doing spreadsheets and things like that, they're very good. There are some very expensive Chromebooks too, which I can't say that I would purchase them. I would be interested to try them, but I can't see me being able to function on one of those. So I get what you're saying. I've never really tried one. I do a lot of research about them because I love tech. But as far as Chromebooks, I know they're great for some people, depending on what you're doing. I need more power than that. I'm never going to edit a video or a tutorial on a Chromebook. It's just not going to be something that's probably going to work very well, if there are any programs at all. I'm sure there are probably some out there, but just not going to fly. But then again, MacBooks are usually, I'm going to say they're insanely expensive. They are very expensive. And the newer ones start at a pretty high price point. I think they start at $19.99. Whereas I paid less than that for mine, and you know, it does what I generally need it to do. The other ones would just do it better and faster, and of course with a much better screen and webcam. But yeah, I mean, when you're looking at a price point that starts, I mean, even I think my version started at $12.99, I think. That's a lot of money for some people. That's a lot of money for us. And the only reason I replaced mine is because my laptop is, I think my old one, the one before this, is about 13 or 14 years old, and it's still going. That's actually what we use to pack and ship. Behind me here is my old laptop. So it's still working. It still goes fine. I just needed something more powerful for on the road and for doing things like that. So that's why I updated after about 10 years. I finally updated my laptop, 10 or 11 years. So I get it. I get it. Diane says, someday I want to get an iPad because I want to use Procreate, and it's an Apple-only program. If I do, I might have to come over and have you show me how it works. Yeah, you know, it depends what you need. The new iPads, I think they start at what, $329 or something like that. So it's not a terrible amount of money, really. The new minis are much more powerful than the regular iPads, and if you can deal with the small screen size, on the minis, they're a really good deal. I almost talked myself into buying a mini because I want something really portable. But then I realized, you know, I have an iPad Pro that's 11 inches, which is a little bit bigger than the mini, of course. But it's like 3 years old now, I think. And it's not really showing its age very much. I'm just afraid to take it anywhere. Like the mini, I'm like, the mini is a price point. I could just take it. And if it got scratched up a little bit, I'm very weird. I don't like my electronics to get scratched or get nicks, or like, I don't like any, like some people just don't care. I baby mine a lot. And, but I realized, okay, mine's about 3 years old. Someday I'm going to replace that iPad. So I need to just let it out of my brain that that if something happens to it, if I'm taking it around and something happens, it gets a little scratch on it or something, it's not the end of the world, right? And so I was going to pull the trigger on a mini. Andrew said I'd watched like 20 product videos on it because I was trying to see if it would do what I wanted it to do and what I needed it to do. And I almost decided to get one. And then I was like, I'm just going to use my iPad. I'm going to take it out of the case, and it'll be much lighter because I have a keyboard case, which is heavy. And I said, I'll take it out of the case and I'll use it that way when I want to use it that way. And if it gets dinged up or scratched, I'll just deal with it, because at some point soon, I'll probably be replacing that one anyway. And a ding or scratch doesn't make it, you know, any less if as long as it's not crazy. Cynthia says, I'm with you, William. I can't deal with scratches or dings. I paid a lot for the equipment, so I take good care of it. Yeah, and that's the thing, is you pay a lot for these. Like an iPad Pro is not inexpensive. It's like the price of most PC laptops. I mean, they start at what, $899 or $999. So this one's 3 years old. Like I said, it's not showing any signs of anything. So I'm really, you know, I just decided it's 3 years old. If it gets a scratch on it after 3 years, that's not a bad thing. So I'm going to try that, and I'm going to try not to buy an iPad mini. But then I have in my brain, okay, well, I didn't spend the money on the iPad mini, so wonder if I can get a new computer. I have to think about that, right? Andrew's like, no, you just got one. But the ones they come out with today are very nice. Very nice. Let's see what everyone else is saying. My cousin buys them secondhand so she can afford it. Yeah, you know, Apple computers, like I said, our laptop that we use here for packing and shipping is my old MacBook Air, which is the 11-inch Air. It's the smallest one. They don't even make it anymore. They haven't made it for years. But I used to carry the 11-inch around because I really like that size. I like small gadgets generally. And so, especially laptops. And it's still going, knock on wood. It crashed a little while ago, or almost crashed. It was having issues, and I got them fixed. But yeah, it's like 12 years old, 11, 12 years old. Still going fine. Does what we need it to do. Prints things, ships things, connects to things. We have it hooked up to an external monitor and a printer and a scale, and it does what we need it to do. It does what you need it to do. But Diane, yes, you were talking about Procreate and stuff. I highly recommend an iPad, especially for Procreate if you like drawing. Cynthia does that. I think that's the program she uses. She just said, I love the iPad with all my heart. Yeah, it's an amazing device. And if you can stay with the small form factor, the mini is actually a really good, it's very powerful. It'll last you a long time. But if you want something that's a little bigger, you can you can decrease the processor, go to an older processor and just get the regular iPad too. But there are some there's a lot of other things that come with the other ones. So if you want any help deciding, let me know. If you ever get ready to purchase, I'll be happy to help. By talking to other people buying these things, it's like I'm buying through other people. So it sometimes helps. Let's see here. Cynthia says, I have a MacBook and I'm ready to take a hammer to it. I wish we had an Apple store here. It needs to be updated. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything I can help with, but let me know. I don't know what kind of updating we can do or what you need to have done, but I can take a look at things too. Let's see. Andrew's talking about, he knows all the new iPad mini, new colors, including purple. There's Starlight, which is like champagne, space gray. He forgot the pink. There's a pink one too now. They got rid of the button. People are used to new phones, should be used to it. They moved the volume to the top. Accommodates the pencil. Yeah. Let's see. I've actually been using my phone to draw with Procreate Pocket. I didn't even know about Procreate Pocket. That's interesting. I wish I could draw, but I'm not one of those people. I know I could learn, but I'm not naturally gifted at drawing. But I think I got Procreate on a sometimes they have sales, and I think I got it just to have it, just in case, or if Andrew wanted to use it or not. Does the mini use the pencil? Yes, the new mini uses the 2nd gen Apple Pencil. So it's the same one I think you're using that attaches magnetically to the side of the device. So the mini uses that. The mini is able to be held with one hand. That's why I really was thinking about it, because I think it would be a great device for taking notes and things like that. But my iPad 11-inch is not that much bigger for me. I have big hands. I can hold that actually one-handed too. So it's not a huge deal breaker, but yeah. Andrew's going on. Look, Andrew's going to sell everyone on the iPad mini here soon. He's going to resell me on it. I'll be running to Apple to get one. Kathy says, I should have talked to you before I bought the Chromebook. Hey, I'm available. If any of you all have tech questions, if I can help you, just message. Let us know, and I'm happy to try to help if I can. It's all just advice, though. So if you end up buying something and not liking it after I tell you, don't come back and be like, you told me. I only give you helpful advice and try to let people know what I would do in that situation. That was another reason I liked Apple, is we were under no pressure to sell things. Our mission was to find the perfect thing for the person, whether that was the cheapest option or the most expensive or somewhere in between. It was all about what the person actually needed. So you were supposed to have the knowledge of the products enough and ask questions that people could reply to that would kind of get them in the area, right? And get them to the computer or the device that they needed, not the one that was the most expensive or the one nothing was commission based. So you were under absolutely no pressure to sell, which I really, really enjoyed, because sometimes retail, especially big store retail like that, can get very pressured. Let's see here. What else? Yeah, we watched somebody, I think it was iJustine. They were talking about the iPad mini, and they were trying to drop it on a cushion, and then they actually dropped it on the floor. And she was like, yeah, that would have been me too. That would have been me too. So anyway, enough about technology and Apple, I guess. I could talk about it literally all day. At Apple, they had shirts that said I could talk about this stuff for hours. And people would always come up to us and say, could you really? And I said, it's literally my job. I'm here for 8 to 10 hours a day. Oh, it wasn't I Justine. It was Sarah Dici, I think. Sarah Dici rhymes with peachy. So yeah, people were like, can you really talk about these products for hours? How could you do that? I'm like, it's my job. I talk about it for hours every single day. So it's a little funny, but I could literally talk about it for hours and not work there at all, like I do sometimes. Karen said, I've been looking for equipment to create on. I had the old-fashioned computer with big modem and loved I loved Adobe Photo Deluxe on it. Photography has been a love of mine since 10 years old. I would love a great drawing and creating designs of my own with creativity without the great tools is frustrating. Yes, I understand. I love iPads. And, you know, I've used some other tablets of friends that they've had them, and I've tried a lot of them in stores. I don't have my own Android tablet. I've thought about getting one just to try it, but for me, there's nothing better than an iPad for creativity. And even the most inexpensive iPad, I think they start at $329, really is a great iPad for drawing and things. Just depends what you want to do. So, okay, let's get to the gemstones. That's what you're all after, right? Not listening to me talk about Apple stuff or technology. But yeah. Cynthia says, if you know someone with Procreate, try it. It's like an entire art studio in a slim package. You know, every person, every reviewer that I watch, and I watch a lot of them, that does any type of drawing at all, is like Procreate is their first go-to thing. My husband had a laptop that needed to be replaced. By his definition, he's computer illiterate and does basic things on it. He chose a Chromebook. The good news, with very little help from me, he was able to figure it out and adapt. Yeah, things like that. That's what Chromebooks, I think, should be for. Very basic things. Like I said, writing letters, doing some spreadsheeting, surfing the web, you know, things like that. Office work. Call it office work. That's what a Chromebook can be good for. But it's not always the best for more intense things, and it's not the best for more intensive things. Andrew says he does watch a lot of them. It is true. I do. Andrew says I make William watch videos on people enameling stuff. He does. And I sit there and I'm like, because all that's interesting and great, but I'm probably not gonna, I mean, he's already told me he's gonna have me enameling some things for him, but I'm not the one that's gonna be doing all the enameling and whatnot. But give me a tech video to watch. I will watch videos on Microsoft, on Google, on Apple. I don't care. I like tech. I like new stuff. I try and stay up to date as best I can. So if you have questions, let me know. I'm happy to help if I can. Okay, let's start. Let's look at some gemstones today. I hope you enjoy these. I think they are beautiful. Andrew picked some goodies. And remember, with all of these gemstones, I'm going to quote you prices. I'm going to quote you prices. And if you send us a message or send us an email with those screenshots or not definitions, descriptions, I'm like, within the first 24 hours of the video, you get 15% off all the prices I'm quoting you. But that's only good for the first 24 hours. After that, back to the prices I quoted you, okay? They're still good prices, but who doesn't like a deal? Who doesn't like a special, a bonus, right? Just like me, someone already has a sale on the brand new MacBooks that haven't even been shipped yet. And I'm like, I want it. So I figured I'd give you all a sale today, and maybe you'll want these even more, right? All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to flip the camera around. And I'm going to try to answer any questions you have. Andrew is here for questions as well. If there's something I can't answer, so feel free to ask. And also, as always, feel free to chat with each other during this video. We like when you all get chatty with one another. We like you to make new friends. That's what this community is all about, right? Being creative, being inspired, and making friends. Yeah, Andrew Andrew watches Craft in America, which I do like, but he always seems to put it on right after dinner. And so I'm like passing out from food coma. And then he's like, "Are you awake? Don't you support me as an artist? Don't you want to support the arts?" I do, Andrew, I do. Okay, so these, I didn't get these as sorted as I wanted to before this, because I was training somebody today. So I'm going to be a little bit slow today. I have to take these out, and a lot of these are attached to one another, and I want to show you individual strands. So I'm going to be cutting them apart here a little bit as we go through things, and just kind of a little bit slow. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I also hate when they have these giant strands sticking out of them. Okay. Andrew quizzes me. He's getting wild now. I'm going to get wild now. He says, "I know all about your tech stuff. You should know all about my art stuff too, right?" Amy says, "Sounds like me and my husband. He talks about football. I talk about beads. We both politely pretend interest." No, you know, I really do like the art stuff, and I have done enameling before and all that. And I like watching them, but sometimes, especially if I'm like in the, like tonight, I'm not going to be thinking about anything but the new Apple stuff, right? So I haven't watched the actual thing, so I got to watch the actual video today about the computers. I just read some things and saw some of the video during lunch while we were training today. Okay. Part of the small print on a marriage license, right? Okay, so Michelle, that's very good. Your husband supports your beading habits. That's nice. Not all of them do. Not all of them do, unfortunately. Okay, let's get started. First up, we have Carnelian. We have these beautiful Carnelian Rondelles. These are approximately 5 by 8 millimeters. 5 by 8 millimeters. Andrew says he actually claps when I do not actually clap. I don't think so. Maybe sometimes I get that excited. 5 by 8 millimeter smooth rondelles in this matte carnelian. Andrew says they look like gummies. They do. Look at those. We only have a few strands. Again, many of you know who watch these videos, we only have a few strands available. So get them if you love them. Now, these are $24 a strand. And I'm saying these because there are two different kinds. And I'm going to show you those. We have this kind, which is the darker red carnelian. And we have the lighter carnelian here. They call this a mix. So there's that, right? There's the two together. They're both $24 a strand. These are full strands. You can see these are long ones. These are like 15 and a half to 16-inch strands. I said you can see that, and then I don't show you, but look, see? They are. So if you want one of these, let me know. And if you can't take a screenshot to let me know, most of these, as long as you give me the size and the stone, will be okay. So this is the carnelian, and these are 5 by 8 millimeters rondelles, and you either want the darker ones or the lighter ones, whichever one you'd like. All right. And while you're looking at those and taking your screenshots, I'm going to get another one separated from the pack here. Let's get that. I got to cut the end off because the ends are too long, and I hate when they're long. Okay, so remember, $24 is the quoted price. If you order in the first 24 hours, you get 15% off of that. All right, which is, I think, a really good deal for these. And when I was pricing these, I was looking a lot of them up and was noticing a lot of gemstones have increased in price lately. I don't know if you've been doing a lot of shopping around, but A lot of when they've increased in price. So I try to keep our prices, you know, I always try and keep them as competitive as possible, and usually try to keep them under what other people do if I can. Okay, next up. Sorry. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I had a sneeze build up. So this is red tiger eye. Look at that. This is why I like videos. Look at that. You see that tiger eye flashing? Thank you, Donna. Donna says, bless you. So check that out. Beautiful red tiger eye. And these are only, let me see what, I got to see what I wrote in the bag. $18 a strand, 1-8, $18 a strand. If you order in the first 24 hours, you get 15% off of that price. We only have 3 strands of these available. Most of these, we have 3 strands available. Many of them, well, some of them, we also just have 1 strand available. So be sure if you like something that you grab it. All right. And while you're taking a screenshot of those, if you'd like, I'm going to pull out the other one. This is going to be how it goes today. I'm going to be a little distracted cutting these off of the strands because, like I said, I like to show you just 1 strand. Some of these only do have 1. Andrew says, yep, the prices have increased on a lot of things recently. There are also lots of delays, like Williams pottery wheel or our split system, basically anything big. Yeah, my pottery wheel is like 10 to 12 weeks out. Hopefully it's going to be coming soon. I don't know when that is. I'll probably have it hopefully for Christmas. And we bought a split system and it was supposed to ship right away. And then they wrote back and said it's not in stock. Hopefully it'll be shipping on November 1st. Hopefully we'll get it in before winter. Oh, the tiger eye are 8.5 millimeters, Sylvia. Sorry, I don't know if I said that. 8.5 millimeter rounds for the tiger eye. And I got to clear out a box here to put these in as I finish with them, so that I don't get confused or messed up. Put this box here. Okay, there's the box. All right, next up. Yeah, as Andrew said, the split system said it was in stock, not in stock. This is amazing. This is beautiful sodalite. It's so dark, it reminds me of lapis, but this is sodalite. Sodalite. Beautiful sodalite. I'm going to call these Faceted Lanterns. And these are 7 millimeter, approximately 7 millimeter faceted lanterns. And these are $28 a strand. These are a beautiful quality, very dark sodalite. Sometimes, you know, I like the darker sodalite. Some people like the lighter. I'm a fan of this dark color. So this is darker sodalite. These are full strands, generally 15.5 to 16-inch strands. Sometimes 14-inch is now considered full strand too. But I think these are around 15.5. $28 a strand only, and 15% off that in the first 24 hours if you would like to order. Yeah. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, I like these. I like these a lot. Who likes amethyst? I like amethyst. It's my birthstone. So let me put this away while we take this one. Chevron Amethyst. Chevron Amethyst. Look at that. Teresa's, just give me a message, Teresa. I don't know if I'm going to be in tomorrow because it's my day off that I work at my other job. So there's some things going on there. I may be in tomorrow or I may not, but just send me a message and we'll discuss it then. We have beautiful Chevron Amethyst. I'm going to call them spikes or sticks. And these are stunning. Look at that color. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Kathy said it was beautiful sodalite, and you did spell it correctly. Yes, I love those. And this amethyst, I don't have a size on these because they're all different, so I can't really give you a size generally, but you can see them here, right? They're generally, as far as width goes, they look like they're about 10 centimeters or so, or 10 millimeters. Geez, 1 centimeter, 10 millimeters. These I really, really love. And these are $32 a strand, $32, less 15% if you order in the first 24 hours. All right. I just think they're so pretty. Okay. Next up, let me grab something else while you're screenshotting that if you'd like those. Okay. Let's put these ones away. And I think these are really, Andrew got really good prices on these. That amethyst could probably be a lot more money than that. But $32 is a great deal, I think. Next up, we have tree moss agate. And if you, this is just a beautiful green color. It's not a green color you see very often, I think. It's kind of that emeraldy kind of green, but just beautiful little rounds. These are 6 millimeter rounds. Tree moss agate, like a tree, growing tree moss agate. I just think they're really, really cool. Lots of great color in there. Lots. I like the agates like this because they can break up a design, right? So if you're getting kind of, you know, your colors the same, or I just think these are a brilliant way to break up the design. And if you start with something like this, you really have a lot of colors to accent it with or to add to it, right? So you could use green, you could use whites in your design, you could use browns or even blacks in your design. And it kind of gives you a starting point for your designing, right? I'm gonna move this down a little bit because I'm a little bit high, I think. So the tree moss agate 6 millimeter rounds are only $14 a strand. $14 a strand. And of course, again, you get 15% off that in the first 24 hours of this video. Okay. And let's see here. Andrew's saying, if folks like something, particularly stuff that is imported, I would suggest getting it now. If you all wait, they might be back ordered and or the price may go up. Yes, definitely. If you like something you see here, these stones, if you like them, we encourage you to get them now, because we only see prices continuing to go up. And, you know, we try and do the best prices we can for you, but if our vendors and suppliers prices go up, then ours have to as well to stay in business. That's the way business works, right? Let's see here. All right. Oh, what else is happening? What else is happening? Let's see. Okay, I'm losing my mind. Losing my mind. In a good way. In a good way. Thinking about those Apple computers, right? Okay. Let's see. We have next up, we have Dalmatian Jasper. Dalmatian Jasper is something that for a while was not that, it wasn't that popular, but people have been buying it like crazy lately, like crazy. So we only have a few strands of each of these, and if it's something you want, I would definitely grab these quickly. I think these are really great prices. These are 4.5 millimeter Dalmatian Jasper rounds, right? 4.5 millimeter approximately Dalmatian Jasper rounds, only $12 a strand. $12 a strand. Look at that. Look at it, people. Look at it. Isn't it amazing? Like I said, it was something that would sit on our shelves for a long time just a few months ago, and now people are crazy for it. So we have these in 4.5 millimeter, we have these in 6.5 millimeter, and we have these in 8.5 millimeter. And I'm going to start showing you the other ones here in just a little bit. So these are the 4.5 millimeter at $12 a strand, okay? So those are those. And if you are taking a screenshot of these, when you send that, please also tell me the size. Like these are the 4.5, because I cannot tell on a screenshot when they're by themselves, for example, whether this was the 4.5 or this was the 4.5. It's hard, even with a ruler there. So just let me know. The ones that I'm showing you here right now are 6.5 millimeters. 6.5 millimeter Dalmatian Jasper. These are $15 a strand, $15 a strand. You get 15% off in the first 24 hours of this video. So they would be $15 less 15%. That is not already the discounted amount. That is the retail. You'll get an extra 15% off of that within the first 24 hours. All right. So I also told you we have some 8.5 millimeter. So let me get those out of here now. Cut those off of the hank here, the tiny hank. Okay, so those are the 6.5. Let me put those back in their bag and seal those up so they don't get lost. Trying to be good, trying to keep things in order as much as I can. So these are the 8.5, approximately 8.5 smooth rounds, 8.5 millimeter smooth rounds, full strand of Dalmatian Jasper, $18 a strand only. $18 a strand. Aren't they beautiful? Like I said, Dalmatian Jasper, for whatever reason, is hot right now. So we only have 3 strands of each of these. So if you like it and you're planning on getting it, please send us those screenshots quickly. You can send us a message here on Facebook. You can also send us an email if you would like to. Let me throw up our email. I forgot to do that earlier. There's our email address if you'd like to email us with your screenshots or descriptions on these. Okay. What should I show you next? What do people like? Let's show you these. Okay, let's put these away. Maybe Cruella, right? Yeah, it's actually true. Maybe the Cruella, the movie, has people buying the Dalmatian Jasper. I didn't think about that, but it's very possible. It's very possible. When a movie comes out, it can change the course of retail, that's for sure. It was a very good movie. I really liked that movie, actually. I didn't think I was going to, because who likes Cruella, right? But I actually did. I liked it a lot. Okay, next up, we have 10 millimeter, approximately 10 millimeter black tourmaline. Now, black tourmaline, I cannot tell you the number of people that have been asking for black tourmaline in the last month or so. It has gone through the roof, the number of people that have wanted black tourmaline. So much so that we got 1 strand of this. 1 strand of this. And the price on this is $45. $45 for this chunky monkey black tourmaline. Approximately 10 millimeter black tourmaline. $45. You get 15% off that in the first 24 hours. Too many numbers. First 24 hours. Diane says she's excited about the black tourmaline strand you bought over 4 days. Nice. Yeah, black tourmaline, we can't keep it in stock. We cannot keep it in stock. You know, people are looking to ward away that bad mojo, and black tourmaline does that for you. All right, so there's 10 millimeter. Now I have a bigger strand, everybody. I have 1 strand that's even bigger than that. Let me get it out here. And it is, whoo, You know that emoji where their eyes are like glowing with stars? That's what I felt when I saw this big black tourmaline strand. Next up, approximately 18 millimeter black tourmaline nuggets. Like each one of these nuggets you could use as like a palm stone or like, you know, to put in your pocket. These are big. These are big. Normally we would sell these nuggets individually because they're big enough that people would buy them individually. But we're selling it as a strand here. Maybe I'll take it apart if nobody buys it. This strand is $68. $68. We only have this one. And again, you get 15% off in the first 24 hours if you'd like it. But you have to be fast because you have to beat everyone else to it. Deborah says, big and beautiful. They are. So, only one strand of each of those black tourmaline nuggets available. Grab yours today. Remember, send those messages fast if you want any of those. Like I said, we can't keep black tourmaline in stock in the store. So, and the prices are going up on it, unfortunately. But that's the case with just about everything. Just about everything. All right. I put that one away a little too soon, didn't I? Oops. Oh, well. Let me cut these apart. Next up, lava. Who doesn't love them some lava? If you didn't know, lava can be used to put essential oils on. So you can dab essential oils on these and it'll soak them up, and you can wear your essential oils that way if you want to. These are matte lava beads. They've not been polished. Beautiful matte lava. And these are 6 millimeters. I have other sizes available as well. I'll show you. These are the 6 millimeter ones, and they are $8 a strand only. $8 a strand. Andrew says, in other news, I got asked to possibly sit on the board of directors for an art center and to chair for a polymer clay event, but we'll see. Yes, Andrew's got all this stuff going on. He's making connections, which I like because I'm not good at that. Andrew's better at that than me. Let's see here. And Deborah says, yes, everything going up but my paycheck. Isn't that the truth, right? That's for sure. You know, that's the thing we always hate here. If the prices go up for us, we have to raise the prices on you, unfortunately. But we don't make any more money off of raising those prices, right? So we have to raise our prices and hope that people will still buy them, but we don't get any more out of it. It's not like if we were raising prices and the prices were already low. Nope. So I always hate that. I feel you. Because it doesn't put more money in my pocket either. But we do what we have to do, right? Do what we have to do to get by. Okay, next up, lava. 4 millimeter lava. This is, again, the black lava, unpolished, no dyeing, just plain old lava, which is generally more popular than some of the dyed ones. We have some dyed ones in the online store, too, if you're interested in those. These are the 4 millimeter ones. They're $6 a strand. $6 a strand. Cindy says, love it with oils. Yes, it's great to put oils on lava. It captures those essential oils, and you can wear them that way. All right. Merle, Andrew may know where the lava is from. I don't know where this particular lava was sourced. Andrew might know. I'm not sure. Okay, let me put these away. That's the 4 millimeter. And next up is the 8 millimeter lava. 8 millimeter lava beads. Everyone, Tish is asking, are they wax coated? No, these are unfinished. They're unfinished, unpolished. These are, that's why I say these are good for essential oils. I would not tell you that if they were in any way waxed, because the essential oils don't seep in generally if they've been waxed. Andrew believes they are from Indonesia. Okay, so these ones are, again, these are the 8mm, and they are $10 a strand only. $10 a strand. Deborah says, those big and bad tourmaline haunting my mind. Devil says, be bad. Angel says, be good. Well, you know, like I said, only one strand of each of those. So if you like them, get them. Get them now. We're not going to get those again, I don't think. We were only able to get one strand of each. That's a price point thing, and also I think a what the vendor had. Black tourmaline, like I said, is very hard to come by in good quality right now because people are buying it like crazy. So if you make designs with it, just make sure you tell people it has black tourmaline, and especially younger people are buying it like crazy. All right, let's put these away. Okay, next up. I love these. Andrew got some really nice chips. For those of you out there, I know Suzanne, our friend, she likes the chips. We got some really nice smooth chips. These are approximately, they call them approximately 7mm chips. I don't know how you gauge that because all of them are different, but around 7mm is an average, I'd say. These are blue kyanite, of course, blue kyanite chips, full strand, only $28 a strand. $28 a strand. And these, again, within the first 24 hours of this video, you get an automatic, you don't have to do anything for it, you get an automatic 15% off. We only have 3 strands of these available, so be sure to get them if you love them, and I certainly love them. All right, so $28 a strand only, 15% off in the first 24 hours. Renee transported a barred owl to the vet before going to the rehab center. Such a cool creature. I've never heard of a barred owl. I don't know what they look like. But Andrew is a very big fan of owls. He collects owls. So, yeah, that's awesome. Andrew says, we're thinking of doing a Patreon for Star Cottage Studio. He's been working on ways to try and raise some money because, you know, everything is taking more money than what you think, or more money than what it would in a non-pandemic year, right? So we're thinking about doing a Patreon. So we'll see. We'll see. We're going to do something. Molly said, I love the Botswana Agate chips I got from AG. They were. I remember those. We got delicious strands of Botswana Agate. Oh, what's next? Let's do these. How about these? Ooh, these are tiny. We're coming up to do some micro-faceted things here. For all those who like small things, we've got some nice small things coming up. Generally small, smaller, smallish. And then we're going to go big again. So next up, 2.5 millimeter. I'm going to try and get these close enough that you're going to see them. 2.5 millimeter. This is something I have not really seen much of before. These are tiny 2.5 millimeter faceted cubes. Normally we don't get the cubes in much smaller than 3. They got these down to 2.5 millimeter, still with that beautiful cube shape, faceted cubes. Black tourmaline. Again, here's that black tourmaline. These are not an inexpensive strand because of what they are. These are $34 a strand, but I said it's not that expensive. It's also not that inexpensive. It's also not that expensive, right? $34 for these beautiful faceted cubes. I don't know if you can see the faceted cubeness. Like I said, it's hard to get these, but hopefully you can tell they're cubes. They're faceted on the edges, and they give it that beautiful sparkle. Black tourmaline. They look like spinel, right? They have that flash. They look like spinel, but this cube shape really, really looks beautiful. Cynthia says they usually cut diamond beads with that cube cut. Yeah, you don't see it. I don't see it very much in the black tourmaline. I don't think I've ever seen stuff like this. So 2.5 millimeter faceted cube, black tourmaline, $34 a strand. Again, everything is eligible today for that 15% discount on all of these strands we're showing you within the first 24 hours. So get them early to get the best price possible. Hey, there's Harry. Harry, I hope you're doing well. I saw you walked a few feet from the bed yesterday. We've been all thinking about you and talking about you, so hopefully you're feeling the love and you're doing well out there. Oh, what is going on? Come on now. This one does not want to agree with me. There we go. Karen says, cubes and rectangles give you more gemstone per strand than ovals or rounds. It's true, right? The cutting, cut away other things. So again, 3 strands only of these available, so get them if you want them. Next up, for those of you who like the small chips again, we're doing about 7 to 8 millimeter chips, smooth black tourmaline chips. Black tourmaline chips. Don't see this very often either, right? Look how beautiful and smooth those are. Black tourmaline chips. These are $22 a strand. We only have 1 strand. This is it. This is the strand. $22 for the black tourmaline chips. So glad you're doing much better, Harry. We're all thinking about you. Been trying to follow your story as much as we can, as much as you post. Make sure you're doing okay out there. All right, so there's the black tourmaline chips. 1 strand available, $22 for that strand if you would like it. This one just has a long tail on it. Let me cut that off. Okay, let's put the black tourmaline away. And let's take a look at some black onyx. Black onyx, 4 millimeter rounds approximately. Smooth rounds in black onyx. There's not much to show you here because they are black. So they're little black beads. Black onyx. These are $16 a strand only. $16 a strand. And remember, in the first 24 hours, 15% off. That's our little special deal we give you all for tuning in and for watching. We really appreciate it. So hopefully that helps if anyone's... I know right now times are hard, so we're trying to give you a little extra bonus for being good friends and good supporters of us. There's our friend Susan. She's just tuning in. You're missing things, Susan, missing things. Make sure you watch the rewatch. These will be available on YouTube and Facebook for a rewatch. If you'd like to see them, because we're offering 15% off all the prices you see here today that we're giving you. Okay. Next up, this, I don't know if you're going to be able to see. This is golden obsidian. And it's almost, let me see if I can get the other phone to shine a light on it. I don't know if it'll help or not. Sometimes the light helps. Sometimes it makes things harder to see. But look at this. There it is. Look at that beautiful kind of olivey color. This is golden obsidian. So you have that obsidian with that bit of that golden yellow, which gives you that beautiful kind of green color. Sometimes it's a little bit almost amber-like. So this is golden obsidian, 4.5 millimeter. 4.5 millimeter. These are faceted rounds. 4.5 millimeter faceted rounds in golden obsidian, $23 a strand only. $23 a strand. All right. Only, I think, 3 strands. 3 strands available. Okay, let's put that one away. Next up, golden obsidian, 2.5 millimeter. For those who like small things, 2.5 millimeter faceted rounds in the golden obsidian. And you can see some of that flash. Look at that flash, that obsidian flash you get. Cynthia said she thought they were sapphires when we first saw them. They've been collecting golden obsidian, hoarding it. It's not something we see very often. So here's this, just to show you. Golden obsidian, 2.5 millimeters. These are only $18 a strand. $18. No, Deborah. Deborah's asking if 15% off on the website. No, 15% off the strands we're showing you here only. This is a special for these. We often, when we do gemstone videos, we'll often give you a little sale for the first 24 hours on those. If these go to the store floor or the website and y'all don't grab them, they will go back to what I'm quoting you in the retail price, or even up a little bit if I have to do more work like tagging them and all that stuff. So these are 2.5 millimeter. 15% off, $18 if you order in the first 24 hours. We rarely give 15% off on things like the website because we keep our prices as low as possible all the time. So 15% is actually a huge discount for us. I know some stores go 60% blowout. That's because they raise their prices 6 to 15 times cost. We don't do that to you. If we did that to you, we could give you 60% off, you know, but we don't do that. We would rather give you the best prices we possibly can all the time so that you don't have to think, oh, I should comparison shop. I need to do that. We're going to give you the best prices we can. And if you find a better price somewhere else, we probably can't beat it, honestly, because we give you the best prices we can all the time. But on these, if I don't have to put labels on all of these, as you can see, they're unlabeled. If I don't have to go through the process of attaching tags and labels, and I can just sell them like this, that saves me some time. So we're happy to give you a discount before they hit the store floor. All right. So let me put this, let's not put that away yet. Let me pull out the next items we have for you. And actually, my phone is going dead. I don't know what's happening today. So let me, I don't want my phone to die on y'all. I don't know if I have any cables in here. Oh, I do. Good. I found my other cable. Sometimes Andrew takes the cables out of my bag or my desk because our cats like to eat all of our cables. I don't know if your cats do that, but our cats do. So I never know if I have cables or not. There we go. Should be plugged in now, hopefully. Hopefully everything's plugged in. Okay, next up. That was golden obsidian, $18 for 2.5 millimeters. Ooh, these are delightful. Again, we're doing small things right now for those of you who love the small beads. Okay, so let me put the golden obsidian away. Okay, next up, black tourmaline again. Black tourmaline, faceted rounds in 3 millimeters. 3 millimeters. Sorry. Black tourmaline, faceted rounds. And see, some people out there have cats who attack cables. They think they're fun or something. I don't know if they think they're tails of animals or what, but so we have 1 strand of this only. Again, I told you black tourmaline is getting hard to get, especially at good prices. These are $21 a strand for the 3 millimeter black tourmaline. Look at that. It looks like spinel, right? Andrew says, can you tell I needed to keep all the bad juju away? I'm surprised Andrew didn't order a bunch of this just for himself, the way things have been going lately. So this is the 3 millimeter. And next up, let me get it out here. Next up, we're going to have the 3.5 millimeter. Not quite 4, bigger than 3. So this was the 3, and that's $21 a strand. Put that back so I don't get that confused. At $23 a strand, we have the 3.5 millimeter. 3.5 millimeter black tourmaline, $23, only 1 strand available. Only 1. All right, so that's that one. Come on, there we go. Let's put this one away. And next up, 4 millimeter. I'm going to say 4 to 4.5 probably on this. 4 millimeter though, black tourmaline, faceted rounds, $28 for the strand. $28 for that strand, and only 1 of those available as well. Next up, I'm going to show you one I think is one of my favorites of the whole lot, which is strange because it's a yellowish strand. And you know, I don't care necessarily for yellow, but I really am enamored with these. Diane says, so many kinds of black tourmaline today. Yes, we do. Andrew went wild. He needed that energy to pass, that bad energy, right? I should just take these home and just run them through the house, run them through his computer and his phone, more like it. Okay, the next one up, 3 millimeters, golden rutilated quartz rounds. 3 millimeter golden rutilated quartz rounds. Look at that. Beautiful stones. Aren't they pretty? I was looking at them. They're like honey. I love them. And I'm not a yellow fan, but I do like these a lot. So these are only $12 too. Only $12 a strand for these. 3 millimeter golden rutilated quartz. Diane's going to throw her black tourmaline on her computer so things go more smoothly and I can get caught up. You may want to use blue chalcedony instead, because that is for technological issues during Mercury retrograde, and that's what we're doing right now. So Diane, you may want to get your blue chalcedony out. I know you have some if you didn't sell it already. Let's see, what else is going on? I think people are just talking to each other, so that's good. That's good. Okay, what's up next? Speaking of blue Chalcedony, let's check this strand out. I only have one of this strand as well coming up, but it is a beauty. Okay, so let's put the golden rutilated quartz away. Next up, blue Chalcedony, 10mm rounds. Look at those. Sometimes they call this skin on because it has the, the extra, which I really prefer actually. I think when blue Chalcedony doesn't have that, it looks, I don't know, it almost looks fake, which is also probably much more expensive, but I do like it with a little bit of brown on it. So this is, I have one strand of these. We were only able to get one strand of these. Blue Chalcedony, 10mm rounds, $38 for the strand. $38 for the strand. Diane said her blue lace agate went into a necklace for me, so it's not going anywhere. Good, good. Okay, so blue Chalcedony, 10mm rounds, $38 a strand. One strand available. Only one of these available. Just one. So if you like it, get it. If you like it, get it. Make it yours. Send us that message. And remember, within the first 24 hours, you get 15% off all of these stones we're showing you. Automatically. You don't need a code. I will just deduct it when I'm sending out the invoices. And if I forget, remind me before you pay your invoice. Okay? Makes it easier. But I'll try not to forget. Okay. Next up, put blue Chalcedony away. Next up, Opalite. We know from other videos that y'all love Opalite. We got Opalite lovers out there. These are 4mm rounds. 4mm rounds. See, there's one of the, I thought I got, I must be the other side. Let me make sure. Yeah, I hate these long, long tails that are sometimes on them. Okay, 4mm Opalite. Opalite is a man-made stone, but gorgeous nonetheless. $14 a strand for these 4mm Opalite rounds. Beautiful 4mm Opalite. And coming up next, if I can get these detached, we have 6mm Opalite. Get the tail on the other side. Okay, 6mm. So the 4mm Opalite, $14 a strand. The 6mm Opalite rounds are $16 a strand. Okay, so there's the 6mm Opalite rounds, $16 a strand. These are all coming out of the bag because these stupid long tails. There, that'll end that. And next up, coming up next, 8mm Opalite rounds. 6mm, 8mm Opalite rounds. These are $18 a strand, only 3 strands available. Look at how pretty those are. I love Opalite. I've always loved Opalite. even before I knew much about stones and weren't sure if they were man-made or natural. It doesn't matter to me. I think it's a lovely stone. So that's the 8mm Opalite, $18 retail. If you order in the first 24 hours, get 15% off. Okay, we're going to do another strand of chips for you chip lovers out there coming up next. If I could speak, that would be good. Okay, so let me put this back away. Come on. That bag didn't want to close. Okay, next up. Peruvian pink opal chips. Peruvian pink opal chips, approximately 7mm or so. Look at that beauty right there. Pink opal chips. These are $25 a strand. These are much more pink in person than they're coming across on my screen. But they still look good on my screen, but they are more pink in person to me. So beautiful Peruvian pink opal chips, $25 a strand. Only 3 strands available. If you love chips, get these beautiful smooth chips. Don't miss out on these. Andrew says, so juicy. They are. These are very juicy. You know, sometimes pink opal can be a little bit, I don't want to say bland, but I want to say bland. These are not. These are nice. Andrew did a good job picking these. So only $25 a strand. Hey, Amy, thanks for joining us. Let us know if you need anything. Have a good rest of your evening. All right, so there's the pink opal chips. Let's see, what do we have next? I'll leave those there so you can get a screenshot if you'd like. Marianne apparently likes pink a lot. Aren't they nice, though? They are beautiful. Sorry about that. I just dropped something. Now get in the bag. Get back in the bag. Some of these strands are not cooperating with me today. You ever have a day like that? I just refuse to cooperate with you? Next up, we have some Amazonite coming up. Who loves Amazonite out there? And this is going to be matte Amazonite. So we don't see matte very often. And when we do, it's always, I really like it because you don't always see, most stones people want the, you know, the polish, the juicy looking, but when you see stones in matte, they always look a little bit different. And sometimes it's really interesting. So let's see here. Let's see what's going on. Next up, we have the Amazonite. 6mm. Andrew said, our neighbors, the ones who in pub cut our lawn again. That's nice of them. I didn't think it was getting that crazy, but it has been raining, so I haven't been able to take the push mower up there. We have matte Amazonite A grade, beautiful matte Amazonite. These are 6mm rounds, $21 a strand. $21 a strand. Diane says the Amazonite reminds me of sea glass. Yeah, it does. It does. Only better, right? Maybe, depending on how you think about it. But I love, love, love this matte grade A Amazonite. $21 a strand for the 6mm rounds. Let's see, what's up next? We're almost at the end, folks. We're almost at the end. So if you've been making lists and thinking about things, we're almost ready to compile those lists and get them sent in to us so you can save that 15% off. Don't forget to send them within the first 24 hours. Sometimes that happens. People say, oh, I forgot to send my list. I'm sorry, but it's only in the first 24 hours you save the 15%. We gotta cut it off at some point, right? Okay. Next, let me put this back. We have an Adventurine. Adventurine. Who likes Adventurine? I do. But this is Peach Adventurine. Peach Adventurine in 5 by 8 millimeter smooth rondelles. This is stunning. This is the first stone I saw in this package when we got it. And it just called to me. I don't know why. It's not normally my color scheme, but I think it's a fantastic looking stone. Peach Adventurine, 5 by 8 millimeter smooth rondelles, $24 a strand only. It's a lot of great stones for $24 a strand. It is almost like moonstone, yes. Almost like moonstone. But less expensive than moonstone. Moonstone would be a lot more money for that strand size, especially nowadays. $24 a strand only. Okay, we have another strand of Amazonite coming up. Hello, Sharon. Just getting here. We are just about finished, but don't forget to watch the replay. It will be available on YouTube and Facebook, both platforms, following this video, because if you like anything you see today, in the first 24 hours, you'll save 15% off all the prices I'm quoting. Okay, next up, moving on past the Peach Adventurine, we are moving to Amazonite. These are, again, 5 by 8 millimeter smooth rondelle Amazonite beads. And these are also $24 a strand. $24 a strand. I like that one right on the end. So this is Amazonite, 5 by 8 millimeter smooth rondelles, $24 a strand. Look at that. How can you not love that? How can you not? Beautiful, beautiful colors. Great mix. Every strand's a little bit different, but that's a good representation of what you might get. Okay, and moving on to the very last strand we have for you today. Let me get this out. And next up and last up for today is Peridot. Peridot. Oh. We have Peridot faceted cubes. These are 3.5 millimeter Peridot faceted cubes. These are a gorgeous quality. I'm telling you, these are stunning. I saved them for last because of it. These are superb. I just look at that. Look at the quality on those. Peridot faceted cubes, approximately 3.5 millimeters. Got a lot of people out there. Michelle, Teresa, their birthstone. I love it. It's green, so of course I love it. These are only $34 a strand. We have only 3 strands available. I think maybe 2. Faceted cubes. I'm going to try and show you if I can get as close as I can. Look at that. They're multifaceted on each side. This is not just these edges that are faceted like some of these. These are each side is faceted. You can kind of see that maybe there as I'm turning those. These are stunners. And for $34 a strand, they are amazingly priced, I think. All right. So there they are. Peridot, 3.5 millimeter faceted cubes, $34 a strand. And again, if you order within the first 24 hours of this video ending, you get 15% off that price. Crazy. Crazy. 15% off. All right. We try and keep our prices reasonable and competitive all the time. And sometimes in these videos, you get a little extra bonus for being a good supporter and watching our videos. Got to reward you somehow, right? Got to reward you somehow. So let me flip this camera back around here. And let's flip this around. Hello, everybody. Am I in the screen? There I am. Hello. So thank you all for tuning in. We spent the first like 30 minutes discussing Apple and technology a little bit and just chatting about what's going on in the store here. And so if you missed that, please do check that out. Also, watch for the gemstones. We had a lot of gemstones today. Hopefully you like those. It was a new shipment. These are all brand new to us, brand new to the store today. They literally came in the mail today. So I wanted to get those out and show you. Now remember, Tuesday is Andrew's day. He's going to be at class tomorrow, so I'm not sure if he'll do a live from class or not. So we may or may not have our live tomorrow. But do tune in Wednesday, because on Wednesday we have Laura Lunsford's trunk show. And it's going to be great. Laura's going to be joining us on the live, hopefully. She said she should be able to. In case you have any questions about her process or anything in the video, she'll be there to answer questions. Her prices are always impeccably good. And I have a few pieces from her. It's always nearly a sellout show. We don't send very much of her trunk show back to her. So definitely tune in on Wednesday starting at 5:05, somewhere in there we'll get a start. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for joining me today. I'm a little worn out. I don't know why, but it's been an insane day. And it's been a long few weeks without our shipping help and all that stuff going on. So we're catching up. We have helpers coming in. We have people training. We're very happy about that. But I'm tired. So I'm going to let you all go now. Have a great evening, everybody. And if we don't see you back here tomorrow with Andrew, we will see you here on Wednesday with Laura's trunk show. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening, everyone. Bye now.